Okay, what's up? From wherever you are catching us from, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Chigunda Luze Andrew Anderson is my name. Atenga kulunera, I don't think she needs an introduction. Either muchala wa mwagala, oba ba wa mwagala, oba abana bo ba mwagala, oba jajja we ya mwogerako. I think she doesn't need an introduction. Seeing this, the king herself, do you need an introduction for starters?
Yeah, for some people, yes. The name is Cindy Biebe. It's the king herself, and Amanya Ganyini is Cinderella Sanyu. Yes.
You've been doing this for like how long? How many years?
Since 2005, so this is my 14th year.
14th year, and you've been doing this. So far, how's it been going?
It has had ups and downs, but right now we're on the up. Yes.
Some of those moments you're like, ever since I entered this music industry, man, these moments have been very beautiful. Ngazoto tosobola zera for down the road of 14 years.
I think it has to be when you're recognized outside your country. It's always really refreshing. So one of my favorite moments still has to be the Afrima Awards, going there for the first time and actually winning an award for Best Female East African Artist. It was awesome. I can't forget that. Then, of course, my Kenyan Bingwa Award for Best Artist from Uganda is a moment also as well, because you're used to your own people appreciating you. But when somebody sees you from a different country and says, Kasexako from that country is good, that feels good.
And then some of those saddest ngogamba boy mwana. Rago, no, singati yari raga, I wouldn't have gone through this one here. Given the fact that you appreciate all of them.
I think the nude pictures have to be the worst. Yeah. It definitely has to be the worst. I don't think any woman would want that to happen to them. So that's why I don't understand why slay queens use it to become famous. Because it's a terrible thing. That's not how you want to introduce your naked body to people. Yeah. When you're ready for it, you want to do a photo shoot and, make sure it's only your best parts showing. Yeah. And mine was just bam.
Yeah, if you look all over the world, our divas or the top girls, if you look at the likes of the Kim Kardashians, you look at ababaka people nabona. Was it on protocol? It was surprise attack.
Well, abamu it was, batch planning as a label. Nebaga katolaba abantu bali kuwulira bulungi. We're not getting you out there easily. So what we do is release your nude pictures. But as a woman and how you feel about yourself, I don't think any woman would be excited to do something like that. No, it's something that they do because they feel compelled, Feel like, I really need to get famous. I really need to get my name out there. But it's never a good strategy, And,
you have kids, you've been in marriage, it's single concert, the body is still always there. Even when the things were out, at least, the body was... Oh my goodness. So how do you maintain the size?
It is important for me to maintain my size if I want my career to flourish. If you still want people to be excited to see you, you need to look nice to them. So that means it means a lot to me. So I stay in the gym, I stay eating well, I stay away from too much alcohol, and I totally stay away from drugs. So all that really contributes at the end of the day.
So the energy you bring on stage, because man, the way you start, I've seen Chameleon perform. He will still do it and you wouldn't know. It is the same thing you do. It's like the energy.
I think the food you eat is very important because you have to keep your sugar levels up as an artist. So that's why some artists will take like a lollipop, Sugar is actually really important. That's why they say don't give a child sugar before she sleeps because actually it really gives you energy. So some people will use sweets. Now, me, what I do is I'm really careful what I eat because what you eat affects everything about you. So I try and eat well. Remember, ngenda kusho making sure indeed the mere yangenzi kuse. So that I don't get dehydrated really quick. So that's the most important thing for me.
Now let's look at this. Concert is coming up. You're on every TV, or everyone is talking about you, bloggers, you're everywhere. So tell us about this concert and why that kind of a venue that you chose. Why is it that it's at this time? Before we can go whether it is really the king herself.
Okay. Why the time? First of all, because of the success of last year and the last few years, and Boom Party just hit platinum. You know what I mean? Like, if we were selling records, that would be, a platinum sale. But it has really hit everywhere. So I feel like it's perfect while I still have the people's attention like that to do the concert. And then March, that weekend, for some reason, this year was totally free. You know, Women's Day weekend had nothing. So, you know, for me, it was like, woo, I'm so glad it's free. So I took advantage of that. So most artists are going to do later in the year. So I don't want to compete with anyone. So I decided to, you know, kubakira. And I do mine early enough. The other thing about Cricket Oval is that, first of all, it was available. Serena wasn't and Africana wasn't, because we asked about the usual places. And then after they told me I needed time to think about it, you know, because it's a really huge venue, it's a big dream. But I thought about it and said, you know what, there's failure everywhere. Kebe Freedom City, Kebe, where people have failed in those venues. So if I win at Lugogo Cricket Oval. If I lose at Lugogo Cricket Oval, you know. So either way, it's still...
Lugogo.
Tewali. No one has tried it. Tewali yagezezaako, so I want to be the first woman. Njagala kuba nga nze yasooka. Yes. Oba kikuba, I will always go.
Date because I want to get it from you straight out.
Date, it is 7th of March. Yes, 7th of March tuli ku Lugogo Cricket Oval Boom Party concert. Okuyingira mitwalo 2, ordinary 50,000, VIP 1 million for a table of 6.
Tegeza wentandiko savinga kati 10,000 by the time with there.
Concert ngoziwezeza.
Kati nze wemanjagala zisasulirawo mangu nze manye mbu nno ndikiri awo tubakola batya abagala okukola tables.
Bookings. Yes, bookings are, the number is actually right on the poster. Yeah, that you can call, and then you can book your ticket as early as now. Wezili, you can buy them now. And then in a week's time, we're going to have an online link that you just get on your phone and just pay by mobile money, and you're clear. Yes.
It's good in one way and the bad way on the other hand. Most of the people, when you talk about Cindy, somehow, somewhere they bring in sheebah, you know. Somehow when they say sheebah again, they will bring in Cindy. Do you think it's a right comparison for people to always be comparing the two of you?
Well, they have no choice. There's no one else in between. You know what I mean? Everybody who was there during my time has kind of gone quiet. So there's nobody else to talk about, you know. I miss Grace Nachimera, because that's what it used to be. You know? Yes, namulaba, and she's happy, and that's what really matters. Naye at that time jukira ye yatandikanga mwaka guno nga nchali in Blue 3, the next year nange nentandika. So when they compared us, it was fair. Naye she phased out. Everybody yaliwo Desire Luzinda bani bonna ba phasing out. So people have no choice than to compare me with Sheebah because yaliko. So I don't mind it. We're not the same. Absolutely, not talent-wise, not performance-wise, not music. You're never be different. But when people compare us, I don't mind it.
Because omukyala yazimba ennyumba lwakuba kati eyingiddemu ebizibu byomungaga Cindy kati eyeeriwa, and I was with her and I was like, hey, kati ozimbi naye Cindy no, I don't want you people to talk about these things blah 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 naye nate eyeeriwa oba ya ebira ennyumba oba ebira ya mwami na mukyala ate mwami naye teri ebintu binene by the
gambye ani akugamba
clever je na wamulaze love.
Clever J is an artist, and I don't date artists. Muze Mundaba, I meet artists all the time, but I don't date artists. I don't mix business with pleasure, because for me, artists are my colleagues. So I don't. I'm dating. I have a man in my life.
Impossible. Yes, because he's not there.
He's there.
Impossible.
He's there. You know why? From my past experiences, I decided until we're ready to make big moves. Because people are going to start judging and saying all of that, because that's how my relationship with Kenny ended. Because the media knew about it before it was mature enough for us to handle that. So, you know, somehow along the way we failed to contain how famous we were as a couple. So we let it go. So this relationship particularly, I'm keeping it, you know.
By the way, and even your kids are all very beautiful. Bonana birungi bizungu. Totuzalira obwana obubi obuddugavu ng'ofunye ekina Uganda ne tuswala.
Omwana aba mwana. Oba wa blue, oba wa green, aba mwana, you know. Me, I'm at a level that feels like every child is beautiful. Oba black, oba wakala chi baby, aba baby ataba mulungi. So for me, it doesn't matter. I don't date a man but because njagala baby mulungi. You know what I mean? It will throw you into a handsome man who's totally an idiot because you want a beautiful child. So I think a baby will be a baby. But I'm definitely dating at the moment, yes.
So let's look at the people who want to get, you know, Cindy to their places, you know, you've been there, you've done it all, but, you know, there's still challenges for some of the people. Boy, How can they do that? Is it still the management that we have to call that gentleman over?
I definitely have a team, you know. I still, my manager is the same. The person who I'd refer to as my manager will still be Charlie Gonza, who has been there from the very beginning. Everyone knows her. But then my official agent is still Ebu, is still Dennis. My assistant is still Abe. You know, it's the same team that you can approach right now to go.
Movie zo ziri wa wandifunyeyo manager aleta emirimu gya movie. How active are you? How active are you there now?
Well, the movie industry is quite slow. Telling the music industry in Gabwedi. So after acting in Bella, which is like high quality, and I got nominated for Best Actress in Africa, like it was a really big movie. So my next movie has to be serious as well. So I mean another movie which is about to come out. I think in March as well. It will be they'll be doing the premiere, and it's called November Tears. So the movie industry is a bit slow, but you definitely see more movies from me. Yes.
So what is going to be so special this time around? You know, the diva, the king herself, doing it live there, going now, because the preparation we still have time at least. So what is going to be so unique from all these, you know, concerts? Is by the way we are going to see the man in Yungo competing and Jacket.
No, I don't like competing with men, not at all. I still prefer being female, you know, and competing with the girls because that I can handle. So I want to stay in that lane. So first of all, it will be my show with that I have creative control. Zino shows mu promoter yasalawo buli kimu. So according to how much money they want to gain is the stage they will give you. So right now I have creative control, and I can decide on the stage and the lights and everything. So it's Cindy, but like times 10%. I mean times 10. So I'm getting a bigger band, I'm getting a choir, I want to add a saxophone, I want to add percussion, I want to add another keyboard on my lineup and another, like a big Cindy. So I think that's something that people have never seen because I have never done it. And then when it comes to live music, you know I'm one of the best, you know.
You know, you're the best. You're the best in live music when it comes to the females.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So you need to come and see that.
Sawa zino nzinakubyemu akafaanyi ngamba wallahi sawa zino the king herself nagezakolayo ka collabo ne sheebah. Okimanyi oba bayuyiza mboti. How do you look at that before the concert can come out?
That would be really good for business. That would be really good. I think it would create amazing hype for the concert. It would be awesome.
So would you think about that?
Well, I am open to working with TNS, whatever. I think before this whole battle situation, me and Sheebah had casually spoken about it, like, oh, we should do a song together. And she was good. She was good, and Jeff was good as well. I was saying, yeah, as soon as these things calm down, we should actually sit down and get a concept. Because, you know, Jeff works with the concept. He doesn't just release music. So you should work on a concept, you know, and release something. And it has been there. Like, we are letting it, you know, spend some time and then we'll do it together.
Because, man, the reason writing and babalin's kanabo wesola when you did Chameleon's music. How was the experience?
He loved it. I didn't know how he would feel because some artists, every time I do their song, they think I'm competing with them. And yet you need to understand I'm complimenting you if I put your song on my lineup. So Chameleon really loved it.
And I like the way you're loving YouTube nowadays. Everything. Yeah. Why that line now?
You know, YouTube is the future. It is. And then also when you put things on Facebook, people's concentration levels are very small. They can only stay on your channel for a minute or so and they want to run away. But when somebody logs onto YouTube, they actually want to watch a video. So they will actually watch a long 4-minute performance at Tulea Wajirabe. So I'm trying to put all my shows, the full shows there. So that one over Barabaka minute kabwe, and then if you want the whole performance, you go to the YouTube channel.
As we are winding up, I said I'm not going to be so lengthy. Away from the concert. Anything, then the concert comes last.
Well, away from the concert, I just want to be grateful. You know, I wouldn't be here without the people. Apart from just God being really good to all of us, I wouldn't be here without the love and the support from the people. I'd like to say thank you so much last year. You guys showed me love that I didn't even know existed. You know, I didn't know I'm a Jegangegariyo. You know, I had no idea.
When surprise and then you are there.
Nze nali simanyi nti nina amajebo entyo. So nze mbebaza nnyo okuba nti mundifenize nga Cindy ne munfuula kyendi. Naye munange yo love eyo terina kuggwera wano mu TV. Nga 7 March mujje mundageko ku love, you know, at Lugogo Cricket Over abantu beneetaaga bangi gwe n'akaloko konna.
Beko list waliko?
Naliko. This time naliko.
Right now tokole eyo.
It's a good idea. Omwaka gye guggwera nja kutula nono luze. tukole list eyange.
Who is your best friend so far? Away from the people you work with, your best friend.
Away
A
from
female.
from the people that I work with. There's a girl who used to be a dancer, and her name is Lily. I think she's a sweetheart, you know.
And then when it comes to guys,
When it comes to guys in the industry, somebody that I would think is my friend, Vampino.
Vampino.
Yes.
Would you date Vampino?
No, because he's married with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't break families.
Thank you very much. Until when we meet up, of course, it's been Cindy. Anyway, let's see the height. Nowadays, you know, when you're on stage, I like the artists. Now this one here. But you're looking
we're
beautiful.
being casual today, don't you see?
But the other things are the best. Father Rukondo na yetu muite ku concert.
Ajay, baby, are coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you. Wow. Luze weruli kati sawa zino. What's up? How are you doing? You're everywhere. But then the station, I'm watching you online and I'm like, Katonda one. What's up? How are you? I'm happy seeing you. You can have a seat. We are going to have a simple chat. Just katono. Naye when do you race for starters?
When do I?
When do you race? No gamba kati leero ngenda kwera waka because you can do Chibala today performing. You're doing live performance there.
Right now I'm lucky because before the concert you can't overperform. You have to actually stop the performances.
Yeah.
So right now I'm having like my rest after a whole year or 2 years of, constant action. So I'm taking more time to just run away from people so they can or you come for me at the concert.
So this is what we're going to be doing.